approaching the Queen Zenobia now. Rendezvous at the ship's hull.
Roger. We'll be waiting.
Okay, see you soon. Chris out. That's it. Queen Zenobia.
Oh, jeez. More like what's left of her.
Stay sharp. There's something out there.
Man, people told me that this game was nothing like RE5 and was way more horror without any of those ridiculous stuff like big turret sections.
So annoying. Why didn't we use the helicopter for this one, Chris?
Because the satellite's laser fried out all the electronics.
Yeah, it's worse than a blackout. How many of these things are there?
Keep your aim sharp. They're not letting up. Going around. Hang on.
There's nothing to say. This is a boring turret section. Well, for the record, the reason such bad aim is because this thing moves really faster than you would think for an analog stick. So I keep overshooting my shots. In case you're wondering that. In case you're wondering, I keep taking so many hits. What I just thought of.
What?
One thing people hate is having a big chain franchise everywhere, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, isn't that your goal of being a business? Having your brand all over the place?
Yeah.
The exact thing people hate is the exact thing you would want for your end goal. So there's this reason that it's hated. It's as a jealousy.
Here. Jessica.
Maybe.
Promise to keep. Let's go.
Great. A cruise, just the two of us. Only the whole thing is sinking.
The great thought has spoken.
Friendly BSAA patrons. You stopped the Regia Solis. Now I will reveal what I know. Everything about the Queen Zenobia and the secrets she keeps.
What secrets?
Consider this. First, why did it take till now to find the Queen Zenobia? How was it able to float around the Mediterranean undetected? It wasn't magic. Second, why did all traces of Veltro vanish after the Terra Grigia panic?
Why don't you tell us, huh?
And third, why is someone trying to use the Regia Solis to destroy the Zenobia? The answer to those questions will lead you to an inconvenient truth. You were to have found it.
That movie sucked. Finally, someone shoots someone.
Jessica, why did you fire?
To protect our people. Isn't that our job?
Don't you dare die. Raymond? What? Why? Why play the part of Veltro?
was the whole act. That was the whole act.
What a terrible loss.
The ship doesn't have much longer. We can't let this virus contaminate the sea.
We've already searched the Queen Semiramis. So I think I know where this ship's lab is. We're headed there now.
All right. I'll try to find a way to delay this. Jessica, you with me?
Yeah.
Where? A little friendly partner swapping should keep us on our toes.
Roger that. We'll take care of the virus. You two buy us some time.
Got it.
Jill, this works anywhere, even underwater. It should slow those things down.
Thanks, Chris.
Also, I've marked off all the possible locations for the lab.
He never got the hint. What a drag.
Maybe he's already taken, Jessica.
Be gone, thought.
It's just the amount of force
So
Chris
this was all
needed to
Raymond's
pry
doing?
her off of him.
No. I think we've only heard half the story. There's a lot about this mission that doesn't make sense yet. Hurry! We can cut through the bilge to get to the lab.
Careful. The water is infested with infected.
Roger that.
Hey, let me pick it up. Do I even have the Magnum? Take that as a note. Thanks for the out, Chris. There's really nothing to say about backtracking, is there?
No.
The sheer amount of backtracking I've done right now. We're doing way more rapid face backtracking more than frickin' Jack 2. That game's a lot of backtracking. Okay, that's what I want to do.
The lab's just up ahead.
Chris, when did you even? Open this door now? Yes, I can. Of course not, it's finally openable. It's not the right way to go. Here's a question: when does living out what many consider a dream become a dick move?
Exactly the same. And the lab should be this way.
What do you mean?
For example, some people's dream is to become incredibly famous,
Okay.
but some people can become so famous that people hate them for the fact that they always see them. Or like I said with the restaurant thing, you want to become worldwide. When you do, you're gonna end up getting people who hate you for the fact that you're overly known.
Registering fingerprint. Fingerprint registration complete.
Yes. Let's see. Do I think of another thing? I think of would be wanting to get as much wealth as possible, and then being hated because people don't like that you're not using the wealth to give it to them because they want the wealth.
Now sterilizing. Please wait.
What the?
Was I open my side?
Jill! Jill!
Emergency. Emergency.
Thank you, Chris. That'll help. If I keep lightly tapping on it, I can get in.
Please wait for the gates to open.
Yes, Chris, keep tapping that glass.
He's supposed to punch the glass, damn it.
What's for Batman? You okay? Are you kidding me? Open this thing.
Jill, I need you in this fight.
Why don't we get out of here? It's dead, Chris.
Jill!
It's okay. I'm fine.
That's another thing. A person who always ends up doing volunteer work or giving, when people complain that they're not giving to either the quote-unquote correct people or still not doing enough.
Makes a good cover. For whatever suspect.
Like when is enough,
Good
and
point.
when is
Hope we can find out what the
to
hell's going
accomplish
on.
what many people consider a dream, consider now being bad.
Wow.
Are those trying USB ports?
The virus is somewhere in this research area.
So this is the secret of Zenobia.
Question. Revelations! Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
We're approaching the Queen Zenobia now. Rendezvous at the ship's hull.
Everything about the Queen Zenobia and the secrets she keeps.
What secrets?
Jessica, why did you fire?
Raymond? Why? Why play the part of Veltro? What do you mean?
Find the truth about Terra Grigia.
So this is the secret of Zenobia.
No exit. Thanks for reminding me, game. Thanks for reminding me your model's blocking the door.
I sleep!
No!
Well. Whoa, it's amazing. What the?
So what the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Don't tell me the battery's dead. This blows.
The upside is this whole conspiracy's becoming clearer. We have to get back to the airport on the double.
Hey man, hold up. Nobody's home. Even the other team's packed it in. So what are we doing here?
It's okay. I set up a back door. I can use any PDA to get us in.
Well, why didn't you say that earlier?
If my theory is correct, then the truth about Veltro is really too early to say.
Are you kidding me?
I don't want to jump to conclusions. I need more intel.
Why?
Computer.
There's an area we haven't explored over here.
And we're backtracking.
High-powered CPU. That was tits.
Why?
Why do they think these people are such good characters?
It's a BOW. I knew Belcher was involved.
The thing is, they haven't been the whole time. What? Who cares? Just shoot, goddammit!
Oh my gosh.
There's someone who didn't want around this outfit. So they had to shoot this up. No, now's not the time for conspiracy theories.
Why stuck with these two? Two RPGs.
You take the gadgets like a flight of warship. It's just a computer.
RPGs here because I'm reading 2 RPGs. Really setting me up for the winter, aren't they?
Here we go. I hope this rusty piece of crap works.
There's not enough power to fully charge the MP-28. Are there any of the generators?
Grenade. Oh, another decoy. Looks the same. Let's see. What's here? That. More goodness. Pick it up. What's over there? Can I backtrack to over? Nope. Oh, right there.
All right.
There we go.
Initiate analysis.
So you get anything?
No, I gotta get through the layers of encryption on this thing first. But that should only take a few minutes with me and my baby MB-28.
I'm on it. Leave these guys to me. After us the whole time.
That's a stretch.
The FBC? What are you talking about?
I'm tapping into their secret servers. This attack proves they're involved. I'm telling the truth here. You gotta get this going to get a hold of Scott.
How much longer?
Let's see. 28% finished.
Your girlfriend is the slowest. You know that, Quinn?
I love defense missions. So great. So inspired, feel so much energy. Oops.
How does that even?
What now? This blows. Wait here. I'll go fix it.
Go.
Quinn, did that do it? Good now?
Yeah, all good. Thanks.
Python now.
How much longer? I don't know how much this blow.
Actually, I just swapped on my thing, didn't I?
It's another invisible lobster. Watch out, Ned. Be careful. More over here.
Wait. Okay. Where do you think I'm going? Come on.
Fine. Still got hostage. Right, don't let them get us. Thanks. I'll kill some for you. And keep that genie in the bottle before I come back.
I picked up the other one game. Come on. Let's get it.
Okay, I think it's safe to have a look at this data now. Ready? Right. That explains it.
Explains what? Who's behind Veltro?
Yeah, probably. There's only one way to find out. Let's ask him ourselves.
This is Forkball. O'Brien here.
Huh? What the hell? O'Brien's our man?
Director O'Brien. I think I put it all together. Veltro was never back in action. It was all smoke and mirrors, orchestrated by yourself.
Your own little Veltro production. All to get into the head of one certain somebody.
You pretty much got it. Glad I'm not paying you for nothing.
I analyzed his log, sir, and there's something you may want to see.
Then let me see it.
Yes, sir. I'll send it immediately. What's going on? Connection error? Oh, we've been detected! Hey, quit! Two boys, uncovering secrets, wanted dead or alive, just like a falcon and a snowman. You want to die with your machines, idiot? Dude, hold up! I'm on!
Quinn! Keith!
They come back.
Did they die?
That's implication.
Hallelujah.
Disaster.
They got aerated. What's with you going to take a nap while I do that Horn Terror level?
Oh no, I was here. I just muted my mic and started playing a game. That's it.
I think they're dead.
Hopefully.
Well, a noble sacrifice. They were the smartest people in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this game not over yet? Why is it still going? I was promised quality. I was promised to return to Resident Evil. Instead, all I get is going back and forth. Characters are stupid. Everyone falling for the same trick. And Chris freaking... It's not even friend zoning. What would you even call what Chris is doing?
Cock blocking.
Exactly. Resident Evil Revelations. Well, I don't care what happened to you.
Nope.
Well, let's play it for posterity.
Everything about the Queen Zenobia and the secret she keeps.
What secrets? Jessica, why did you fire?
Because a sweet ass told her to.
Why? Why play the part of Veltro?
What do you mean? Find the truth about Terra Grigia.
So this is the secret of Zenobia.
That's a fitting title.
That's the virus.
That's a very big virus
We need to
container.
stop the virus from getting out.
Why can't I move?
I know. The control system must be in the lab.
Oh, now I can move. Okay.
Oh.
Chris!
Oops.
Chris, you okay there, buddy?
Nah, you just getting things. Okay. Should I try and go for it?
Yeah.
Why does this one let me through then? Oh yeah, people highlighted a mini interview bit with Mila Jovovich about Monster Hunter Monster Hunter movie. You know we're off to a great start when she refers to Monster Hunter as a big new game.
Well, she's not a gamer, so.
She said that her husband told her all about it.
God damn it, Paul Anderson!
So her husband must not know anything.
God damn it, Paul Anderson! Get your fucking research material in order!
He made the Resident Evil movie. You think he knows anything about research material?
Sort of. Because the first movie, well, not the first movie, the Apocalypse did take aspects from Resident Evil 3, and Afterlife did take aspects from Resident Evil 5.
Take aspects or plagiarize?
Would it really be plagiarism if they, like, signed off on it? Like, Capcom would obviously know about this.
It's still plagiarizing yourself. It is actually. I'm gonna here's a tidbit about college. It is actually against the rules to even copy your own work that you did for a different class, because technically plagiarizing yourself.
What the fuck?
That's an actual thing. If they find out you plagiarized yourself, they will also count that as plagiarism.
I can't just be like, I gave myself permission to do my shit?
No, you have to read. Oh, you have to reword even you yourself did. The T-Abyss. How many variations of T-Virus are there? T-Abyss virus contains genetic material from Abyss, both the Abyss and the T-Virus. Thank you, Lieutenant Ryder. In and of itself, is not much of a threat, but as all others later groundwork for study of weaponized and fighting. I fear, however, that my name will some of you know assisting with production of the world's most terrible weapon. You fear this. You worked on this, and you fear feared that I may be associated with it. If a concentrated liquor form of virus were to be released on large enough area of intelligence, our data indicate it could contaminate all the world's oceans in a very short time, starting with bacteria at the point of contamination and then cause a chain reaction that would impact all forms of sea life. Once the TFS virus contaminates an area of the sea, it will cause mutations to make a level of all life forms in the area. It would be impossible to predict the severe ecological impact on humanity. I have doubts as to whether the research I'm doing here is actually reptile is about. You now doubt.
Just clip that entire section and just call it Kenny's mental breakdown.
Yes, I am losing a Fresio relations. That is the dumbest thing I've ever read. I'm starting to think I may be working for bioterrorists. There's a distinct chance when they wanted me to make a bioweapon. At no point did I ask myself, how does this benefit humanity? This is some Metal Gear Solid 1 type stupidity of Metal Gear Solid 1 type stupidity of Otacon going, I made a giant mech with a nuke. They want to use it to take over the world? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it, Otacon? Die. 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 Also, just to make everyone's day even more cheerier, just to remind you that Neko Power has no class. Yuri incest. The only two cat girls who are blood related do the incest.
You can't see it right now, but I have my eyes closed and I have my hand over my mouth.
It's because that's what we're missing. Along with how many ways the pro tag will say, I feel like I'm the cat girl's parents. Like, you bang every single cat girl you come across, and you're telling me you feel like they're dead? Over and over? I mean, the joke is already the fact that you have a fetish for depression, but come on. And I say that because there's so many times in that series where a person will be super depressed, and that's when he's like, now's the time for me to strike. Like, does that dude just have a freaking fetish for depression? This was written by someone. Someone wrote this garbage.
Yikes.
Someone gets paid to make several of those games, and an anime, and a manga, and now an entire anime 12 episode series.
Everybody's got their kink, I guess.
Listen, man, there's a kink of liking cat girls. Then there's a game that tells you I see them as my children.
To each his own, man. To each his own.
Or my sister secretly trained these cat girls to bang me. Or these cat girls are literally like 2 years old.
Okay. See, this is that gay shit right there.
Not so fun. The cat girls aren't so funny anymore now, are they?
Some sick fucking fetishes.
And seriously, this will be the most trial and error thing because freaking there's nothing on the lights indicating which one wolves at me and which one won't. So unless I literally get hit and memorize it, it's stupid. Or can I shoot? Does the bullet trigger it?
No, that'd be too easy.
It's clear to get over there. But do I go over here or do I go over here?
Left. Okay.
The answer was neither.
Okay. Wow!
Who effing designed this stuff?
Capcom.
I'd rather be doing the Snow Queen quest. And now has the decency to tell me.
Wow. Wow.
I told you to be careful. Who knows what kind of BOWs we're up against?
Go burn hell, Chris. Isn't this great how this thing was a boss fight earlier and now it's here as a mini boss of sorts?
Yep.
Such is the Capcom way. What was with the music sting attached to that enemy swing? Yes, more illegal custom parts. Where are the actual legal ones? What do they look like?
In every store.
So what do they look like?
Same box, just slap legal on it. Call it a day.
Oh, he came up here. Why is there a music sting attached to his swings?
I don't know.
Why didn't we design these things to have bigger limbs to cover their whole body? So, did we do something to our fingers?
Maybe.
Because, why does stuff react to our finger when we're not even in the database? Or am I just not supposed meant to think about that?
Yeah, you're not supposed to think about it.
Yeah, look, oh. Parts.
Okay, well, hello there.
We got the map. What do we got? It can't be open. I understand absolutely nothing from that map. Thank you very much, game. God forbid you give me a decent map. I just check the room again just to make double sure I ain't missing nothing. Thanks for the tip, Jill. Alright, back to the backtracking. A great tradition. Which one to bam get zapped again?
None. Bet you that guy has something that's relevant.
You mean the thing right there, Armando?
Yeah. That you need, that glowing shit. Bet you that's relevant.
Let's see if Chris has anything to say or not. What's up here?
I got a question for you.
What?
What was the last game story that you really cared about?
What do you mean by really cared about?
That's just the question that I saw on Twitter. Like the last game what game did you play that the story you really cared for?
That's be the whole story, right?
Yeah.
It can't be just like snippets.
No.
Because it was just snippets. I said Devil May Cry 5. Because only anything in that game involving Virgil was the only thing I really cared about.
In your entire list of games that you played.
There's the games that I cared most about the story for.
Okay.
Why'd you say okay?
Hmm?
I asked you a question, you just said okay, like what? I didn't
Oh,
ask the question.
Okay, my bad. My brain didn't register that it was a question. Okay. Repeat that, please.
So I'm gonna pick the game, of all the games I played, the plot that I cared most about throughout all of it.
Yes.
There's no way for this thing to get to the key. What do you want from me, game?
I guess it's one of those come back later events.
What's even the point? You'd have to go to Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor.
Okay.
It is essentially one of those things that Telltale pretends it is, with its whole entire your choices matter thing.
Get on my boat, Clementine!
Telltale doesn't have your choices don't matter in Telltale. They matter in Devil Survivor. You gotta find solutions to the emails you get that predict the future. Such as the one of the emails you get, one of the first emails the characters get is a man is going to be mauled to death, and then a person got brutally murdered by something. 2004, mission left 2+ days. The mission was set. Southern Egregious, now full-blown hell on Earth. We released Ultimate Virus right in the city with terror and violence. FBC sent soldiers, but they were like lambs before lions. We have achieved our goal. What would know they did not have to wait for how. It's already here. Open your eyes, Wood. Open your eyes to the truth. Bernard Cordy. 2004, elapsed time plus 5 days. The ship has been contaminated. The virus has turned my comrades to horrible monsters. These monsters turn everyone else to monsters. Why is this happening? We were going to bring hell to the masses, not have hell brought to us. The same thing is happening at the virus has contained all the ships. It cannot be coincidence. Someone was using us all along. I forgot a page. But who? None of us will ever betray Velcho. The only one who could do this is our mysterious financier. He's the only one who's not here. Norman, we need your guys. Deliver us from this evil. The rest of the paper is missing. Alrighty then. Such as the first problem you gotta fix. Hey, here's a thing that says that a group of high schoolers are gonna get killed by a snowman.
Okay, Jack Frost.
Nope. And then later in the game, you end up going to a location, and the game takes place during summer, right?
Okay.
So the characters know how this place is air conditioned, which is great, because I'm trying to run around looking for an exit. And then one of them's like, oh, we are so dead. And they're like, what are you talking about? We're 3 high schoolers and it's cold right now. We're going to die. And then the snowman that showed up, being a Wendigo, not a Jack Frost, shows up and tries to kill you. And it is one of the boss fights in the game that is made hard on purpose because the fate says you die here. So you have to use strategy to beat this thing that you're technically story-wise aren't supposed to beat.
I swear, can you break the glass?
That's full of water though.
Okay.
I would have break that, just flood this place. I would say there's gotta be something I'm missing here, but you know, this thing that doesn't even show you my effing current location, just a general gist of my current location. It's really helping. Like, am I over here on the right where it says, or am I over on the over to the left?
Blue dot is you.
Yes.
Like you're in between the key and the gun.
That's the thing. The blue dot does not move.
Oh.
Like technically, I just took an elevator, but it doesn't count that. 'Cause it counts it as one area.
Fuck.
So I am not near the weapon box whatsoever. I'm also not near the door that can't be opened.
Hmm.
And then from there comes all the hard choices you gotta make. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? I'm gonna die here due to this game's stupidity, aren't I? Then comes all the hard choices you gotta make. Such so you get your predictions. One prediction says, hey, one of your friends is gonna get killed by one of your other friends. He's killed because he's been going around killing one of your friend's gang members. He doesn't appreciate that fact. So how do you break up the... Excuse me, what?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Another phone notification. Was that Christian or something, or just something else?
No, I didn't get a notification.
Alright. So, how do you fix this problem, Armando? Well, unlike Telltale, you have several options that actually matter. Another subplot is the gangster likes this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this woman has been possessed by a demon that's trying to kill this vampire. She's trying to look for her bag. I thought we turned that off.
Just the one in front of him.
Infection log for Queen Zenobia. Researcher Ryan. ID 503. Nothing for I didn't know how no was taken. Was playing tragedy known as terror region panic crusade. The space began to carry out Mr. McCartney secretly. The Regatta Solis destroyed the city. Now the ship is the only place where reserved to spread and mutation of the T-Abyss along with ancillary research. The perfect environment to conduct research and once make the most of it. The only setback is the host infected with the T-Abyss virus. This will make research very difficult for us. It will not last long as a place for research and science board and to put the world creature. We must act quickly. 2005, our research on the virus has proceeded smoothly. We were able to develop proper vaccine. All of our calls to shoppers were no longer any need for ship. We decided to abandon it. A few members of our team did not survive long enough to see this moment, but as a cost of doing research. When we told Lance Still about our breakthrough with the vaccine, he showed credit for the city. There's something scribbled in here after an area where pages were torn out. As soon as the research data was sent, the doors to the facility were shut and POWs waking from their cryogenic sleep. I don't understand how I could have missed seeing that Veltro was the only disposable pawn in all this. Almost funny, really. I see now that it was he who arranged for all these things to come past. He gave terrorists the T-Abyss virus, led to terror greed and panic. That gave us lots of valuable data on infection, which led to the eventual development of the vaccine. And thanks to his percentage of authority, he used the Regatta Solis to eradicate the virus. The terrorists and all the fools in that city ain't trace or links to us virus with it. The end result, however, is that the world is now afraid of the virus, and the FBC's charter to strengthen and expand it. I am also in a degree of perfection with which Landale orchestrated all these events. This is one for the history books to be sure. Hopefully the man for his vaccine will bring the rest of the apocalypse and riches we so justly deserve. The rest of the scribbles illegible.
Chris, you're not gonna believe what I just learned. Morgan Lansdale of the FBC was behind the attacks on Terra Grigia.
So that's what Raymond was talking about.
I knew it!
I thought it was actually off.
No. That'll be, you know, smart. Now the game tells me. You saw that tip?
Yeah.
Even though it didn't even work earlier, it suddenly works. It suddenly works now. It said right now it suddenly works, despite the fact that I couldn't see the lasers earlier. And also, why would I trust my allies to do anything smart? Have you seen their AI game? They're pretty stupid.
Chris, you're not gonna believe what I just learned. Morgan Lansdale of the FBC was behind the attacks on Terra Grigia.
So that's what Raymond was talking about.
Seems like it. All I have is circumstantial evidence. Nothing to nail him for it yet.
Yeah, she's looking for. Teacher's looking for her bag in order to kill the demon. She can't kill the demon without the bag. You then find the bag. You have several options. You can give it back to the teacher, give it to the gang member, or keep it for yourself. What do you do?
Keep it for myself.
Congratulations, you have now doomed the gang. You now doomed your friend to die and the teacher to die.
Oh. Reloads checkpoint.
Okay, let's just keep the rest of it right there. just leave it there. We don't need to bring it with us to mass produce or anything.
Nope.
I doused myself in it. That's all I need. Seeing as I put a barrier around a button, how do I get out?
Maybe the centipede would like break the window. Oh.
Can I push the button anyway, game?
No.
Great. So this is what you're generally meant to do. Give the bag to the gang member. Gang member helps the teacher, and he's too busy doing that to be at the time and place to where he's supposed to kill your friend.
Ah.
Or if you're good enough friends with one of your other.
Data. Please wait.
Why this only worked out?
Download complete.
I hope we acknowledge the fact that this water is affected with the virus.
She got scanned, alright, it's fine.
This is an emergency. Get back here now.
I knew it!
Are you fucking serious?
Of course, game. Right, I don't know how enough stuff turned. Okay. Guess I'll go off myself. I'll just scream underwater.
Jill.
Armando, read that tip.
You'll die if you
Read that tip.
Oh my god, you'll die if you can't breathe. That's awesome.
But if you're good, if you hang out with one of your friends enough, then instead you can persuade your friend to instead join him in his crusade, which will then make it to where now instead of the gang going to just kill him, he's not gonna be able to find them because you're gonna essentially take him somewhere else, so they won't fight. But that makes the gang member now hate you, and one of your other friends now also hates you.
Okay.
See, it's got choice.
What? Alright, that was fast. But you did that.
Resident Evil Revelations is a true return to form to the Resident Evil formula. It is something that down to earth and brought horror back to the Resident Evil franchise. After the derailment caused by Resident Evil 6, the Resident Evil 6 was a dumpster fire. It was essentially just one big Michael Bay movie. As we all know, Resident Evil has never been one big Michael Bay movie whatsoever. It's always been a down-to-earth game about science, mutants, and at this point, everything under the sun that isn't just flat out magic, because magic would be too much for... I gotta stop hitting R1.
Don't forget the sandwiches.
Now you see, people, Resident Evil 4, you may see the Ganados and think, is Salvador controlling Ganados via magic? The answer is obviously no, because there's no magic in Resident Evil. Magic would be way too big of a concept for a Resident Evil game to have. So instead, he just scientifically controls the parasites from a distance with his hands. Now you may ask, Kenny, is that not magic or not magic BS? The answer is, it is magic BS, but people are so stupid, they won't believe it's magic unless you tell them that's flat out magic. Because Resident Evil 4 is the best game ever made, don't you know? Nothing can quite like beat Resident Evil 4. Not even Resident Evil 5. Right, Resident Evil 5 is a garbage Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 4 is the real Resident Evil game. I just went in a circle, didn't I? Well, time for Jill to drown again. You go die and die forever.
And it must have breakdown part 2.
Just add some Phoenix Wright music to it. It'll be perfect.
Jill, are you okay?
Yeah, for now.
Jill,
I got the passcode.
good work. Now let's neutralize that virus.
So does that mean that's the reason why we had to inject ourselves for the clear foreseeable event that we were going to be covered in virus water?
Yep.
Authorization confirmed. Initiating virus neutralization program.
Well done, BSAA. Your activities have been eye-opening.
Why, thank you.
I knew O'Brien and his dog Raymond were sniffing around my business. I didn't account for your involvement, however. That was my only mistake.
Sucks to be you.
So it was you. You attacked Terra Grigia.
Who knew that people notorious for getting the impossible done would actually get the impossible done? Who knew Jill Valentine and Chris R. Redfield would actually be able to get this stuff done? Considering their first major job was the Spencer estate. Just we all know, mother effing blew up. But I clearly these two hardened professional. Where'd that second shot come from?
There was a guy across. Oh, there's a third going. All right.
Resident Revelations is a return to the horror form. It magically reinvigorated the Resident Evil franchise with so much horror and booty. I mean, look at so much booty in this game. You see the enemies? See them, look, see them enemies, look at that, it just shake around. You think it's for horror? Nah, they want you to all look at that booty. See, they use Jill over here to distract you from the real prize. The real prize being the mutants.
Ew.
And then you see the freaking mutated woman person with her boobs sticking out. Like, you see, the boobs are also meant to distract you. It's like Halo with Cortana. It's all meant to distract you from mutant, not zombie flesh.
Jesus Christ.
I remind you, necrophilia is still very much a thing for people.
Okay, thank you. I don't need to know that.
I didn't account for your involvement, however. That was my
I like to remind you that people ship Jill and Nemesis. People are weird.
Looks like my mistakes are about to be rectified. You are stowaways aboard the Queen Zenobia. I hope you don't mind me watching you.
Okay. Anyway, now for me, the last game that I cared about story-wise was Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, well, I played Renegade, so the writer of that game told me to go F myself and go burn in hell.
Ugh.
They thought Renegade meant evil.
Commander Shepard's a Reaper.
They didn't come out and say it, but that's pretty much how I got treated. Especially by the writer. Oh, what's that? Shepard did a jerk thing and got the mission done? Nah, these people suddenly don't want to help him defend Earth anymore. They changed their minds. Also, can someone tell me how Anderson managed to survive so long against the Reapers?
Because he's Captain Anderson.
These things shoot giant FU lasers. How did you not get turned into British bacon mess?
Because he's Captain Anderson.
I'm out of grenades.
Oh dear.
You see, Armando, the enemies are like this because the Resident Evil franchise is actually a horror game series. I know it's hard to believe, but everything in this franchise is supposed to be super scary. And I made you think, Kenny, what's so scary? The answer is you're terrified not by the monsters, not by the gameplay, not by the graphics, but just whatever BS the fanbase will use to justify to themselves about how this series is flat out horror. Hey, look at the Bakers. They're supposed to be exactly. They're supposed to be the big horror people. Do you think they're horror? No, they're freaking sitcom people. They're all goofy. They laugh a lot. They chase after you. Jack Baker's all sweet Jesus.
Holy shit!
Aim for the deck. That guy's a JPEG, by the way.
He's like, I've been watching.
I mean, he did say, "Let me watch you die."
However, your days of playing cops and robbers are over.
Excuse me, we're STARS members. Get that shit right.
No, we're not.
Used to be.
Armando, I think you like Project Cross though, because they literally make a joke about that. You fight Nemesis in that game. He says STARS. Chris and Jill kill him and say, we're not part of STARS anymore, it's the BSAA. Nemesis comes back and starts saying the BSAA.
Oh, really?
And they're like, dang it, he came back and he learned.
BSAA.
Too bad that game never got any sort of English dubbing, no matter whether it be part 1 or part 2.
Damn.
It's also the only time Frank West ever had a Japanese voice. Episode 9's over, Armando. We didn't get 9-1-1, 9-2, just episode 9, one and done. That's the way, I like it. I almost just hurt myself.
Now, we could just finish the rest of the episodes without Twiddledee and Tweedledum. I'll be happy.
It's implied they got air-rated.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Odds are they lived. There's gonna be a joke at the end.
Oh, dear.
And then Tweedle A is gonna go. Then Tweedle B is gonna go back to stalking Jessica.